fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Miami.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Tua. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. The
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
He's got long. His tight end complete. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders of the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. On 1st down, Lawrence. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On 2nd and inches, Lawrence. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Call it a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Raekwon Davis. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. 17-0 our score after 1. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. At their own 36-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They go play action with Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the left side. It's Hines, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page. Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down. So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Lawrence. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, really not much secret there, 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Play action. Now it's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Lawrence going to throw again. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. He'll get this off to ETN. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Lockett. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
That throw complete to his tight end long.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run with Hines. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. So we're in halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Again, it's Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Oh, they'll let Andrews try to run. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll try the left side with ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now it's Hines. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 44 is the mic. Hey, get hang with us. Back.
This is Hines. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Check. Hey, what's the ball? Check
37. Here's Hines. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now Lawrence.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Luke Farrell Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Dolphins. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run again with Hines. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Check, 47. Yeah. You don't want none. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Throwing left side, it's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's got this down to the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And that knee will do it. Can't stop the clock defensively, so they protected their home field, got the victory in the wild card round.
And rewarded their home crowd. They came out in force for this one, really supported them throughout the year, and boy, they were something special in this one. And maybe it's their last home game, and if so, they sent them out with a great visual, didn't they?
On 3rd down, Hines. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, or you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.